one of those big bowl games. Played in Orlando. That's where our good friend Roger Wallace was. Roger, it was cold as all get out the last time we saw you, and you finally got a chance to heat up there. Did you thaw out after that big Texas win?
Yeah, that was an odd little stretch of weather down in Orlando for Texas's last 2 days. But the game day was very nice. It was sunny and mild, and of course Texas took care of their business. But it was I'm sure it was fun for a lot of players to get a few days and do the bowl thing. And as Arch Manning said after the game about Uncle Peyton being an MVP twice, he goes, "No offense to the Citrus Bowl, I don't want to come back here and play again next year." Obviously, college football playoff is the goal. But yeah, I mean, it went well from that perspective. Offense looked good. Arch looked like he's going to really earn the hype now going into the offseason, as opposed to last year when he didn't do much to get all the hype. So I guess about as well as it could go for Texas. We don't know the extent of Emmett Mosley, who was in a boot for the second half. Longhorns obviously hoping that's not anything lingering. Yeah, there you see Arch was at Lord Chedworth's robe, and Ty Anthony Smith, kind of a breakout game for him. He was they didn't give a defensive MVP. He would have gotten it. He had the 2 interceptions, but yeah, I mean, they celebrated like they won a playoff game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And I think you brought up this point last week, and I thought it was such a good point. The fact that I think it's largely overstated how much bowl games help springboard to 2020, the following year, or whatever that is. I do think it helps, though, individually, and if it does, I think what Arch was able to do as far as setting himself up for next year. You mentioned the hype now being a little bit more real. But what do you think that game did for his confidence, both with his arms and his legs, being able to get it done?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's going in with a great feeling. He kind of, I don't know about that feeling, the Cheez-It crusted turkey leg. But yeah, he did it, 155 yards rushing. He did it through the air. He led this team. He was solid. But I will say, yeah, I don't think for teams it necessarily does a whole lot. But you're right, for individuals, and I think 2 of the best examples are Christian Clark, the running back. Didn't see a whole lot of action, but he ran for over 100 yards. Mm-hmm. And then Khalil Lockett, he made 2 plays, but he had the touchdown catch that kind of helped ice the ball game for Texas. And he was on our radio postgame show. He'd never done it before, obviously. So it's kind of a weird dynamic because he's on a headset in the locker room, and then all of a sudden guys are talking to him from the booth, and they played the highlight of his touchdown to him. And our sideline reporter, Will Matthews, former Longhorn, was there, and he said that Lockett was overcome with emotion. He couldn't even speak because of that. And then you start to realize, all right, for these guys, a moment like that, because he admitted he thought he'd step right in, be productive. He was a 5-star kid out of the Dallas area. Didn't go that way because he's lined up against other 5-star kids as well. So for individuals, no doubt, they're going to go into the offseason feeling a lot better. Those workouts probably won't be as hard. For the team, as you guys know, what's going on right now, everybody's rebuilding their roster. I think this is, just a little bit behind the season as far as the favorite time for I'll say the fanatics, not the fans. I think the fans are all right, what's my team look like? But for the fanatics, they're refreshing X every 5 minutes to see, who's going in the portal and who they might land out of the portal. And for the guys that are hanging around, yeah, I think that game, Ty Anthony Smith's another guy. He got the green dot. He was the communicator at linebacker. He had a huge game. So for sure, some individual players, that was a big-time springboard.
Portal's open. I mean, it opened on Friday, and you talk.
Is it really a portal? Is it like vapor or like hyperspace or something?
I mean, I don't even know what you could call it anymore because it's supposed to be a portal period, but I mean, there's so much tampering going on all the time.
Tell me who's not in the portal.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you who's not. It's Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, that guy's my Heisman right there. But no word on Jaden Ball yet. I know Texas might. There's some rumors around they might be trying to target him coming over from Florida. But you mentioned one guy that had a big game against Michigan, and it was Christian Clark. He kind of really didn't see that much action here this year. Do you think his performance in this bowl game potentially gives him a spot as RB2 next year?
Sure, potentially. I think, depends what they do in the portal. They've got a big time, 5-star coming in back. But yeah, now all of a sudden he's got the confidence of his coaches now. They got a new running backs coach too. So Jabbar Jalouk, who came over from UCLA. He's been with Florida, so certainly he made a great impression on him and Coach Sark. But again, if they load up, if they get somebody big in the portal, I know they were Isaac Brown from Louisville, who's going to stay with Louisville. We don't know what Ball's going to do. They've got an Arizona State running back reportedly on campus as we speak. So who knows what it's going to look like. Arizona State, I think. Rayleigh Brown, is that his name?
Yeah. But I was also mentioning the Auburn wide receiver, Cam Coleman, apparently.
Oh, Cam Coleman.
Supposed to come visit.
Yeah, he was here, and if he got away without his name on the dotted line, it's going to be tough because he's, reportedly going to College Station, going to Lubbock, where the money is plentiful.
Yes.
I think he's going to maybe check out Oklahoma as well. But I think Clark certainly right now looks like a guy that could be counted on, but everybody's trying to upgrade, so we'll see what that means come next summer.
Well, I tell you one thing, and you brought up Jabbar Jalouk being the new running backs coach, and I know Texas goes to LSU next year. Just keep him away from the LSU guys, because if Gerhard, you remember he's the one that kind of started that brawl.
Yeah.
Like, just keep him away from the guys. Maybe he learns his lesson finally.
Yeah, I think they'll make sure that. Well, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Yeah, but that bowl game was chippy, guys. I don't know how much you saw, but I mean, it was every other play, and that kind of indicated part of the fact that those two teams were ready to go, and they were ready to go at each other. They were at an amusement park the day before or 2 days before, I think. Riding rides with kids, and if they'd done it after the bowl game, they'd been trying to throw each other off the rides. At the amusement park. But I know you're going to talk about that guy, Parker Livingston. He's a hot topic. One of Arch Manning's roommate. I think Arch is looking for a new roommate now, it appears. But we'll see. Jalouk's, everybody said how good he is, and how he will help Chad Brown, who came for one, or Chad Scott rather, came for 1 year. He stayed with Neil Brown. He's at North Texas now. He landed with a job, but. That running back room is obviously a concern right now with what is available in the portal and what they think they need to do to hit a home run.
Absolutely. Final thing on football before we move over to basketball, that defense with Bryce Underwood, I mean, just gave him fits all game, threw 3 interceptions. What does that mean for that unit as now Will Muschamp comes on board with a lot of new faces?
Yeah, and they lost a lot. I mean, they were playing without 7 starters, and they managed to get it done enough with a lot of young guys, and we'll see how many they hold on to. Hero Kanu was a disruptor in the middle. He is still not made a decision 100%. Seems like he was leaning towards staying, but they did a nice job on Underwood, and they got to Underwood. They put him on the ground, and they didn't really let him do anything dynamic. So I think Will Muschamp will, attract some players. They got a defensive lineman from Arkansas on Sunday, but I think everybody is so worried about the first couple of days and, let the dust settle, and I'm sure they'll land their share of guys in the portal. But certainly you have to be impressed because, hey, Pete Bukowski, this was a really good defense. Now, they struggled a little bit on the back half of the season, and between that and maybe the fact that Muschamp wanted to get back into it, is the recipe for the change at D.C. But I think they've got a lot of pieces. And number one, Colin Simmons. I mean, he very possibly could be the preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC. We'll see how that shakes out. But, I think they'll be pretty good on defense. And I think maybe their schedule will help how good their defense is.